Hey guys, damn, we're live.
We're live. Awesome.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Finally got my webcam.
Oh yeah, you look good, bitch.
It's really
You're
like
gonna be
high up, so just so you guys know, sometimes I'm trying to
yeah.
get the
So
video
you're
like
gonna
down
have to
here.
respond to the comments and read them to me because I'm gonna be. This is where what things are gonna be looking like right now. And yeah, there we go. 60 time. Ooh, shit.
Sweet. Nice. I'm gonna be looking at the comments. Don't worry.
Yep, that's what I need.
I just tweeted out the link.
Okay, let's start. Let's start on threading things. Or should we wait for some people and jump in?
Mm-hmm.
Homies Van Seal, I think that one of my relationals from Namibia is on. Hey, it's Kristen. Yep. Hey, Kristen, what's up?
Yo. What's up?
Yeah, this is
Sorry, I wasn't on the chat.
yeah, this is my brother-in-law's son,
Gotcha.
the youngest. Anyway, I haven't met his older brother yet, but we've had fun with Kristen, with fishing and stuff. Damn, he's funny. Okay, so we're removing the panel. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be removing the speaker, and I'm gonna be adding it with this nice, fresh, new one that isn't as screwed up as before. And this is one of the LEDs I'm going to be putting on. And these are two resistors needed for the LEDs.
Yo, Turcon is here. What's up, my man?
Okay, awesome.
Awesome stuff.
Okay, let me just thread this. Let's put this out. And I'm going to be needing a tiny Allen wrench. There we go. I think it's this one.
Awesome. Yeah, man, the guy is building this dope Saber.
Rebuilding.
Why is kind of hearing my own voice in my headset for some reason?
Yeah, it must be because of the echo here. It's kind of bad. Let's see. This is it.
Darth Nishta. Yes, he is. He's actually going to be building me a lightsaber as well. So this is also interesting to me, obviously.
Okay.
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? I'm not in the U.S. No, I'm not. I'm in Germany. I'm originally from Canada, represent, but living in Germany. Sorry, guys. By the way, sometimes I'm going to be looking, not directly looking into my webcam because it's like far up.
Oh shit!
So
I fucked up.
So I'm kind of looking on the screen, but the webcam is like way above the screen. Like right now, I'm looking at the screen, so just so you guys know.
I need to thread this back because I kind of need.
Yo, Ilya, my man. Yeah, I'm not an expert on lightsabers, but from what Katarn tells me, it has a lot of advantages to build your own because you can do crazy shit.
Like you're gonna see now. Well, I just need to pop the chassis out. Okay, there we go. Just need a little bit of flick and swish. Very carefully, because this chassis is busted. Right.
It has begun. I know how to speak German, yeah, obviously. Do you? Or why do you ask? I've been living there since I was 6 years old, man. My whole family still lives in Canada, with the exception of my mom and my sister and brother. But like my cousins, grandparents, and all, my father all still live in Canada. But I've been living here since I was 6.
Don't want the wires to twist, so that's why I'm kind of twisting the chassis too while I'm unthreading this. Okay, okay. No, actually, I'm gonna need this one. See if I can push that up
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, because you can like mix the LEDs and stuff. You can have like different colors, and you can create like your own colors and shit.
Okay, I'm gonna put it into stasis now. There we go. Let's put this over here. I'm gonna enjoy a glass of wine, so cheers, everyone. Every time I like build lightsabers and stuff, I feel like Iron Man when he was wearing his first suit.
Yeah. This is the fifth, or what is it, sixth lightsaber you're building?
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy.
6 personal. I have a total of 9 builds.
Yeah, true. You sold a few, right? True.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be needing more just yet. We need flux and some solder here. Wait, here it is. Out of all of the things I could have gotten from my dad, like his beard, back, his build, I got his big, thick, grubby fingers. Thanks, Dad. I'm just trolling.
No dark saber in sight, Michelle says. Wine
That's
is okay, depends on what kind. Personally, I prefer whiskey. My man, whiskey, that's the best. It's my personal favorite as well. But I don't think I'm going to be drinking whiskey tonight. What's your favorite whiskey, man? Bourbon, Canadian, Scotch, Irish, Japanese. Japanese whiskey is actually pretty good.
there we go. Fixed iron. I need to that, and I'm gonna need flux too.
Yeah, but he's planning on doing the dark saber though.
Okay. It's time for the speakers to come off, and we're gonna be needing prying tools for that. Hold on. Here we go. I'll glue this. Pretty sure the speaker will pop on.
So let's talk a little bit about Star Wars, guys. What's your guys' favorite Star Wars novel?
I'm gonna need a bigger screw fiber. Or knife.
We got 7 people in the chat. Nice.
Nice. Welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's from the. Wait a minute. I'm on YouTube, so I don't really see myself in live. Anyways, yeah, it's from my. It's from the 2016 Olympic collection or something like that. But I just noticed it. It's a little broken here on the side. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but yeah, kind of sucks. It was really expensive, but thanks. Not a big reader. All right, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm not a big comic person, so I have only read one Star Wars comic, and
Vader.
Vader. And
Oh
every
yeah.
time I tell this to people, man, people are shocked. People are like, "What? You don't like comics? How can you be like this into Star Wars and you don't even read Star Wars comics?" It's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. There we go. So okay, we took off the speaker and a bit of the chassis with it. That's okay.
what about the other guys? I know Ilium's there.
Okay, this is the old speaker. It's busted. It is unusable, but we're going to use the wires because they're at the right length that I need them to. I need them to be. So
Nice, man.
let's desolder these. And this is why I tell people to take care of their lightsabers. Like I can afford to get like replacements and I know how to fix it, but if like you buy one from me and you don't take care of your health and I'm not there to fix it for you, you're gonna have to like be very careful with it. Okay, so this is the old busted speaker. Now it's time.
Yo, shout out to Ace. Shout out to Ace, my man.
Hey Ace, what's up, dude?
Is there a way, Matthew? What's up, Matthew? Is there a way, bro, for me to highlight the comments? Can you like give me permission to do that or something?
I don't know how to do that. Hey, let's have people see my face a bit. Hey everyone.
Because I definitely I think you can give me permission. I'm not sure though. Somebody sure that works. I hope I'm not offending anyone with this cap here. I actually did offend somebody one time at university. It was funny.
Nope. There's nothing I can't do here. I don't know.
Never mind, bro. I'm just gonna read the comments. It's all cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
everyone. Okay. Okay, so what I need now is I'm going to be needing my helping hands. Because my regular ones are not helping at all. So the chassis at least is still intact, but I'm going to need to take off the soundboard as well. Yes.
Not offended. He said, "Are these boys handsome, no homo?" Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to need to disconnect a few wires here. Spin this. We're going to be remodeling the whole thing actually.
Just here, I'm just gonna try to find my yes. So these are my three favorite. I can definitely recommend you guys these.
Okay, let me just keep showing you guys what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. Show first. I'll show later.
Oh yeah, you can show them. You can show them.
No, man. You start, bro. It's all good. It's your stream.
Dude, you show them. I'm gonna be doing this like for some time.
Let me just read the comments real quick. Have you ever tried? Oh, okay. So Ace is asking, have you ever tried swapping the original LEDs in a blade for brighter ones?
That's what I'm doing now.
So guys, this one is in German. It's Dark Disciple in English. Really, really good book. It's for all you guys that love like the Clone Wars era, especially. It's my wife's favorite, and that says a lot because she loves Star Wars, but she's not like huge fan. You know what I'm saying? Like she definitely loves it, but she's not like crazy about it, like I am, for example. And she loves reading, and this book to her is like one of her favorites, like overall. It's like on par with with a bunch
Dark
of other really
Disciple.
good Dark Disciple. Yeah,
Yeah, I got that book from my sister.
it's really good, man. I've read it.
Yeah,
I've read it too. It's really good. And
yeah,
then this one, that's probably my favorite, my personal favorite. It's Lost
yeah.
Stars in English. Um, it's it's kind of like a romantic novel, I guess, but it's really good though. It's a really good story. It's one of the better Disney era Star Wars stories, in my opinion. And obviously, um, Master and Apprentice, really good book for all of you who love the prequel era, for all of you who love Qui-Gon Jinn. Um, these three books I can recommend. One of my other personal favorites is Ahsoka, but I admit that I'm biased. I love Ahsoka. The novel itself, if I just try to look at it objectively and kind of disregard my love for Ahsoka, it's not really that good. It's not bad either. You know what I mean? It's not like it's boring or anything, but it's just not much happens. Let's put it this way. It's more of a character building novel, you could say. Yeah, Dark Disciple, man, is really good. I speak I speak three languages good, and I can speak a little Spanish, but I hope to be fluent within the next 6 months or something like that in Spanish. What about you guys in the chat? How many languages you guys speak? By the way, man, actually, Katana, I gotta show you something.
Oh yeah.
Now that I have my webcam finally.
Okay. Oh. Negative and direct.
This one, I think. So, my man, gotta look at the screen for a sec. Check this out. I'm sure you recognize this.
What's this? Oh yeah, that's in Greek. That's the Bible.
And I got this one as well. Oops.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
For all you who don't know, I used to study
knowledge before the body.
I used to study theology a while back, and as part of me studying education, I had three subjects: English, social sciences, and theology. And if you study theology in Germany, you have to learn. It's crazy, man. You have to learn Hebrew, Latin, and Greek just to study theology. I never started Latin, but I started Greek and Hebrew. But I just studied it for 2 semesters. So don't ask me about Greek, bro. I literally can't say shit anymore.
Oh yeah.
But I still got some books and shit. Yeah. I think one is the Bible as a whole, and I think the smaller one is just the New Testament in Greek. But it's all like the Koine Greek, right? It's all like biblical Greek, I think. Bro, Latin sucks.
What?
I don't like Latin. I don't like the language. I like the Latin languages, like Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, French. but Latin as a language, I don't like it. It's kind of useless in my opinion. But I still got to know a little bit with law because there are a lot of Latin terms in law. But
Yeah.
I just got to know the terms. We don't have to study Latin here in Germany. We like 10 years ago, you had to study Latin to study law. You had to
Yeah.
have Latin, but not anymore. Thank God.
It sounds brutal. Yeah.
It is very difficult, man. Latin, like I said, I never started studying it, but a buddy of mine is studying it right now, and he also studied Portuguese and got Spanish in school, so like he knows the Latin languages and shit. But he
Hey, my
still
dad
said,
said hi in the chat. Shout out to my dad, y'all. Sorry, you were saying?
yeah. So it's basically it's just completely different because it's like the grammar is really hard. It's complicated even compared to other like Latin languages. I mean, other Latin languages don't really have complicated grammar. German grammar is way more complicated than, let's say, French or Spanish grammar, but Latin grammar is way more complicated than German grammar.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I heard, and it's not really a spoken language, so that's also something that kind of hinders you from learning it faster, I would say. Because for me with Spanish, it's cool because I know some people that speak Spanish, and I can
Oh yeah.
text to them in Spanish and talk to them, in Spanish, and it really helps learning.
Well, I'm gonna need to learn Spanish. Where I'm going.
Yeah. His dad said hi. He read it. So is your dad is? What do you mean? Your dad is watching the stream?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh,
Because
cool.
it has some technical terms in here. So yeah, my dad likes to see some text stuff, even if it's lightsaber related stuff that he considers silly. Hey.
Man, all the languages spoken on the Indian subcontinent are really difficult for us, anyways. Us Westerners. Like with languages, it often really depends on how related are the languages, right?
Yeah.
Even languages that are not really similar still share, like, not similar in root, still share similarities because of geographic proximity, right? Like
Yeah.
German is not a Latin language. English is not a Latin language, but German and English have a bunch of Latin terms.
Oh yeah.
And
You're in
yeah,
German?
German too, of course. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
bunch of Latin, just as many terms as English, actually. Bunch of them. Bunch of Greek as well. Not as many, but also a lot of Greek terms. So you know what I mean. There's a lot of influence, and obviously, if you have a
Oh, if
language,
my dad's listening to this, he's so gonna chime into this. Hold on. You in sleep? Yeah.
Urdu.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just want.
Urdu is well. It's not even a language, man. It's actually it's just a different dialect. Hindi and Urdu are the same language, different dialect, basically. Like somebody who speaks Hindi, somebody who speaks Urdu, they can understand each other perfectly, no problem. And it's even hard to tell sometimes. Like sometimes you have people, certain dialects of Urdu are more closely related to certain dialects of Hindi, and it's really hard to tell sometimes which language they're speaking. I think the mother language, like the root language of both dialects, it's called Hindustani, but nobody really speaks Hindustani. So if you speak Hindustani, you either speak Urdu or Hindi.
Oh, you traveled in
Right.
time and learned the language. Suspicious.
Loads of Indian languages be like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have like Punjabi, which is obviously a completely different language, but there's still, like, obviously because of cultural and geographic proximity, you have a bunch of terms that are still similar or the same. So
Oh yeah.
like my wife, she speaks Urdu. She speaks Urdu. She speaks Hindi. She doesn't speak Punjabi, but she still understands. Like she can still understand some contexts, like because she just picks up a few words and stuff. Like she even watches some TV shows in Punjabi, like with Hindi
So
subtitles. Mm, yeah,
mm, clean the soundboard. Clean the soundboard.
yeah, exactly. English is a Germanic. Well, English is a Germanic language, but English is the kind of least Germanic out of all Germanic languages because it had a lot of uh,
Influence.
Latin influence, a lot of Latin influence. Actually, I take back what I said earlier. It has more than German. German still has a lot, but English definitely has more, like French Latin influence.
Hmm.
Um, mhm. But yeah, English definitely a Germanic language, and all languages. It's funny. The least Germanic language, um, or actually, well, that's not correct. Not the least Germanic language. How should I say this? But the Germanic language that sets itself apart from all other Germanic languages the most would be German, because it's the only Germanic language that that didn't have the last vowel shift. So all Germanic languages basically had several vowel shifts throughout history, and the German language was the only one to skip the last one, which is why German sounds completely different in tone sometimes than, let's say, English or Dutch or even the Norse languages like Danish or whatever. They sound a bit more similar in tone sometimes, even though you can't really communicate, obviously. But German is a bit more, it's a bit different.
Here we go. We did it, boys and girls. We almost got the soundboard working. Now it's time to
Yeah.
change
So my
the
man Ilium, if you
Grammatic. Yeah.
if you understand Hindi, you definitely understand Urdu as well. Like with the exception of like a few words, maybe. Oops. So what are you doing right now, bro?
Okay, so right now I'm taking out the LED
Nice.
that housed the green dyes that I had. And I'm going to change it with this that has red, green, and blue, which means that I can mix all the colors that I need. Also,
Mhm.
my dad fucked this LED because he has got big, chunky man fingers like me. Wrong tool.
I'm so bad with my hands. I don't even have like big chunky fingers or anything, but I'm just really incompetent with my hands, man. It's
You said
sad.
the Jar Jar Binks. You so
Yeah,
clumsy.
I am really, yeah, man. It's sad that I'm going to admit this on stream. When
Sad
it comes
but
to
true.
building stuff in our apartment, my wife does most of it. When it comes like to fixing things, I'm not the man for that. But gladly, my stepfather and my brother are extremely talented when it comes to that stuff. So it's all good.
Ah, you're the brains in the operation, bro.
Pretty
Okay.
much a few words are different. Yeah. Just
Okay.
German, Italian, and Japanese. So Japanese, man, is from what I hear from people that I know that have learned Japanese that are from the West. It's apparently the hardest language, man. You can learn. Like I know somebody who learned Turkish, who learned Chinese, who learned German as an American, and who learned Japanese. And she says Japanese is harder. Like she would rather learn all three other languages over again than learn Japanese again. Like
Wow,
Japanese is apparently really fucked up.
that's crazy. Okay, and two more.
I'm a country man, so I listen to country music all the time. Um, and I got family in Alabama and shit, and in Tennessee, so I definitely do not. To me, a Southern accent doesn't sound weird at all. It sounds extremely familiar. Italian is yes. My thing is with the romantic languages. Um, I like the sound of these languages when women speak. Not a big fan when guys speak it. Like,
Oh yeah.
and it even depends. Like Spanish, for example, like Spanish in Spain sucks. Spanish in Spain sounds gay on guys and just as bad on women because it's really weird. Like when you guys imagine, like you guys hear like Mexicans or whatever people from South America speak Spanish. That's not the Spanish they speak in Spain. In Spain, they have a really weird. They have like a lisp. It's really weird, man. And
Yeah.
same goes for Portuguese. Portuguese in Portugal and in Brazil is completely different. So you have to kind of differentiate. I love Spanish, like South American, Latin American Spanish.
Yeah, me
And
too.
it's beautiful, man. Especially when like women speak it. It's really beautiful. But
Okay,
Spanish
so
from Spain.
we're going to be taking this and these three, and we're going to be putting them in my little box of trinkets in here.
Yo, bro. Your apparently your mom is watching. So it's uh, yeah. This Rumi's.
Hey, mom.
He wants you to put up your camera.
Hey, mom. I cleaned the house, at least. Everything's fine and quiet, but mostly peaceful. And then the back of my house is like on fire. No, just kidding. All right. So let me just.
To me, learning Spanish is really easy because I know French and I know a little bit of Portuguese, like tiny bit because I used to date a Brazilian chick. So it's really easy to me, man. Like Spanish, I can see the similar and
No,
or like
how about
the same roots in all these words. Like not like literally 98% of the words they have like either the same root in Portuguese or French, and 95% in French even. So it's really easy to me. Someone who doesn't speak a Latin language, I'm not sure. Can't really tell.
Well, if you want someone to talk to you in languages, I think you should get my mom on a live stream and have her speak Creole to you.
Yeah, you said that, right? She speaks Creole, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's asking if you're drunk, or if, I don't know.
No, I'm tired, not drunk.
French and Spanish are really similar, yeah. French and Spanish are super similar. Not as similar as Spanish and Portuguese, but still very similar. And Darth Nishta, you said, well, you're attracted to women, so that makes sense. Not necessarily. Like when it comes to German, I find German sounds better on men because it's a really tough language. When women speak German,
Yeah,
I don't know.
you've never heard
language for women, What?
You've never heard a woman speak Russian to you. That's why.
Yeah, well, same with Russian. Russian is also really manly language. Or even like in my opinion, that's just my opinion, the Norse languages as well, the Northern Germanic languages. So I think it really depends. Some languages are just more feminine to me. Same with like I used to know this Korean girl, like, and Korean sounded really nice when she spoke it, but when I heard like guys speak it, I was like, this doesn't sound right, man. I'm trying to find the difference between.
No, I'm fine, mamá. Play me puras manos. Έτρεχα σήμερα τράπεζα, είχα ιστορίες. Πληρώθηκα. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my mom. You know, mom. My mom this is the first time she's actually seeing me on stream. Look, mom,
Awesome.
I'm doing stuff.
It's a special
Okay.
special occasion.
I need a red wire. I need a blue wire. I need a longer one. I got, ooh, I actually thought ahead of time. Wow, I actually got myself some spools. Long enough, too. Ooh.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but me and Katarn were talking about this on the phone the other day. When he speaks Greek, his voice automatically deepens. And the same happens to my voice when I speak German. And we talked about this. There's just some languages, it's really weird. They're just meant to be spoken in a deeper tone. And some are meant to be spoken in kind of like a higher pitched tone. It's weird.
I wouldn't know. Look, but my voice wasn't like always deep. Like I remember myself as a boy, like it sounded weird. Do I have a long enough here more?
Oh yeah, by the way, Ilium.
Yeah, I'll clean your house. Don't you worry, Michelle.
I have no clue. I really don't know anything about Sanskrit, so I can't really say how similar it is to Hindustani, but I'm pretty sure it's probably similar, yeah. And yeah, Punjabi, yeah, I imagine, man. Because I noticed this myself, same with like Hindi and stuff. I've noticed many people from like India and Pakistan, when they speak German, they have a really, like they speak German, actually, they speak German in a very high pitched tone for some reason. Maybe because it's just a different language to them. And then they speak Urdu or Hindi, and suddenly they have this really deep voice. Notice this with my wife's family as well.
Yeah, do you know why? Because when you want to say something to your compatriot in your language, you have to like be kind of discreet too. Okay, we're done with the blue. We need a bit of green now. Because I like color coding. It's much easier this way.
You have to change your accent. Your accent, man, Ilian, your accent, let me just think. If I didn't know you, whew, it's hard to tell, man. Because you sound very educated when you speak. You have a really clean accent. But I'm not an expert on British accent, so I couldn't even tell if it's like friggin', what kind of British accent it is, but it's very clean accent. Sounds very formal, very educated. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, shit.
Rumi says, and YouTube wins yet again. That is your social life, question mark.
What's that?
He said, and YouTube wins again. That is your social life, question mark.
Oh, yeah. No. I've just been streaming the past few days, that's all.
Who's that again?
He is he's my brother-in-law's son.
Your brother-in-law's son. Does he live in Greece or does he live in?
No. He lives in Namibia with
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, with family there.
Cool, man.
Got him. Yeah, you see, I always have it figured out in my head, and then all of a sudden, I think I should change colors for the speakers. No, it's okay. I need my device.
Michelle said she's scared with Star Wars tea. To quote Lady Gaga, I can't speak German, but I can if you like. Yeah. Somebody wrote in Greek.
No, that's my mom.
Oh, nice.
Όχι ρε μαμά, χαλάρωσε, μια χαρά είμαι. Oh boy. I'm shaking. I'm actually cold. I think it's raining too. Oh, let me check. Right. No, I can actually hear it from here. It's raining.
Star Wars tea. You mentioned you are in the UK in previous streams, right? Yeah, I'm in the UK. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Star Wars thing.
2 Brits in here.
Yep. Heat shrink. For the resistors.
Oh, London. Oh, you're both in London. Same, crazy, man. I actually like London a lot. It's a cool city.
Oh, I like London a lot too.
It's a dope city, man. People underrate London, man. Like, people really underrate London because they think London is kind of like Paris and shit. I hear that a lot. They think it's like, it's like really cultural, which it is. Obviously, it's really historical. But they forget that London has like friggin' 8 million people. And it's the size of New York City. You know what I mean? Almost. People forget that. It's a huge metropolis. And it's not as, no offense to people from Paris, it's not as boring as Paris, let's put it this way. And I love Paris, man.
I'm offended.
But Paris is boring compared to London, man. Like, I've been to London a few times, and there's shit going on, bro. 3 o'clock in the morning. There's more going on than in Paris, freaking 11 o'clock.
Wire stripper. I'm sorry. I'm
What
all
do you mean Star Wars tea? Star Wars T-shirt? What? I don't know what she's talking about.
I think she's talking about what happened with Theory, I think.
Star Wars Theory?
Yeah. Well, you streamed about that last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I can talk about it if you guys want. London, it is chaotic, bro. Like, the streets of London, bro, that shit is chaotic. It's like they have no rules, and they probably do, but there's just so many cars on the streets. Isn't it even like, I think it's illegal to even enter London if you're not from London? Because when the last time I've been to London, we went there by car, and we had to park outside of London and take the train into London. Yeah, it's definitely chaotic, but it's dope, man. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, same thing, man. Like, even me, I was born. Look, I'm 100% Canadian. Was born in Canada. I actually have no German blood when it comes to my immediate family, anyways. Like, but just because I've lived here for 19 years now, close to 20 years, I still feel German a little bit because the culture obviously had an influence on me, and there are many things that I like, many things I prefer Germany actually than I do to North America. Not things like nature and shit like that and freedom, obviously, but just things like I don't know. Germany has a really, really good system. Like, things work really well in Germany, like way better than in all countries I've ever been to in my life. And that's something I really appreciate, and it has to do with the mentality of German people. So I kind of, feel a little German, if that makes sense. Just because, I appreciate so many things, and it had such an influence on me. Like when I watch a friggin' soccer World Cup, man, Germany against Canada, fuck Canada, bro. I'm repping Germany, man.
You know what's funny? Yeah, Michelle's gonna start making fun of us about soccer now. Watch. But it's cute. I like it when she keeps it.
Ace asks, have any of the lightsabers you worked on been customization of Black Series lightsabers, or you make them yourself?
No, mine, my own, my precious.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of Black Series, right?
Not really, because they can't do what mine can.
It's all cool, man. It's all cool. Uh, Dark Nishta says, also disclaimer, I'm a fully out homosexual. I, however, have a thick skin. It's all cool, bro. Like,
It's all cool.
I don't think we have any homophobes here. It's all good, man. Like,
Define normal.
no worries. My Saints are going to the Super Bowl. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm not judging my friend. Teach their own yet. Yeah,
My team is going nowhere. Not this year. Okay. Okay.
So Star Wars theory. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, you guys can check out my stream I did yesterday. I don't really want to say much about it because theory isn't saying much about it either, and I want to respect that. He said things on his live stream yesterday, and that's it. Shit is over. They reached out to him. Lucasfilm sent him email. First, it was Pablo Hidalgo. He sent him an email, and then Lucasfilm reached out to Theory. Theory ignored both because too little, too late. They just started reaching out to him. After all that shit blew up, it was online for 12 hours or something. He put it as his header, and then all of a sudden it was trending because Theory was tweeting it, and I've seen like news articles and shit about all of it, and they were fairly neutral, but still more on the side of Theory. So people were really criticizing Lucasfilm, with the exception of a few Theory hating, jealous pricks.
So, yeah. Oh my god, I'm coughing terribly.
yeah, you had people on both sides, if you will, and you had like jealous YouTubers. Molly Damon actually took a shot at Star Wars Theory this morning. Theory DM'd me this morning.
What does she want? Like she's got everything she wants. Okay? Yeah, she's got a submissive husband that she gets to do whatever she wants to. Like, isn't that enough?
Yeah, but he doesn't give a fuck, man. Like, Theory doesn't really care. So, it's over, guys. It's over. They did what it happened. They did what they did. They reached out. It was obviously forced. It was obviously not a genuine apology. Theory.
Yeah, it was more of a publicity stunt, actually.
Yeah, and Theory, and that's why I respect Theory, man, because he did not even reply. Friggin' Lucasfilm, with their main company email address, write him an email, and he ignores it, and I respect that a lot because most people
ghosted by Theory, dude.
Most people would be like, "Oh, Lucasfilm, shit," And Theory, he's like, "No, I don't give a fuck. You guys did me wrong, so I'm not going to bow down just because you're Lucasfilm," and that's it. And what I really like was that obviously Mark Fernandez from Collider is obviously Theory's friend, but still he was really like, he openly spoke out against Hidalgo and Den of Nerds as well. Like all of them, they had a live stream, Den of Nerds, Mark Fernandez, and Star Wars Theory together yesterday, and all of them were pretty upfront and pretty I don't want to say aggressive, but they were really outspoken when it comes to their disappointment with Lucasfilm's behavior. Molly Damon. Do you guys know Star Wars Explained? His real name is Alex Damon, and Molly Damon is his wife.
His name is Dr. Kakaru is his real name.
And Molly Damon is also the one who she manages Star Wars Explains
Channel.
she manages his social media channels. So she's also the one that actually chain blocked, as far as I know, chain blocked everybody. And she's pretty toxic, man. I've seen shit before. I've seen shit a few months ago and like last year of her calling people that don't like Ray sexist and stuff like that, literally just for not liking Ray. I've seen crazy shit. And then this morning, Theory DM'd me a screenshot of her replying to somebody posting a video, kind of making fun of it, and posting a video of Theory crying when he saw Luke Skywalker, and then she replied with a laughing GIF. But yeah, I don't want to get too deep into this. But Star Wars Explained.
You know what I would have told her? I would have told her, "Hey, let's leave your opinion of your husband out of this."
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What to do? What to do?
Such chill. Let's read here the comments. Message. I'm genuinely glad we live in an age where we can talk about our opinions and engage in open discussions. Yeah. Agreed. Star Wars Theory did the right thing, calling them out. Theory is the Thanos of the Star Wars community. Such a cool guy. He's actually more of the he considers himself the Bendu of the Star Wars community. He said that just 2 days ago.
I am the one in the middle.
I actually called him the Joe Rogan. I said this to him a few months ago. Actually, I said you're kind of the Joe Rogan because you're in the middle and you get along with everybody. And the only people that hate you, and the same goes with Joe Rogan. The only people that hate Joe Rogan are like the extremists, like the far left or far right. But most people on the left and right really dig Joe Rogan because he's kind of, he's in the middle, he gets along with everyone. And same goes for Star Wars Theory. So I think I'm not sure if this is your mom, bro. Maybe you should look in the chat.
Oh yeah. I'm not working tomorrow. I've got time off. Not drunk.
The white powder. The white powder looks suspicious. Yeah, obviously. The Thanos theory memes, yeah. The Luke of the Star Wars community. Yeah, that's also fitting. But I think actually I agree. I also find Luke is a bit better fitting than Bendu because Bendu is like really in the middle to me and never really wants to have an opinion. But Star Wars Theory is extremely non-toxic. But if he has an opinion, he'll say it. He's not going to make 10 videos about it. He's going to make one video about it max, or maybe he's not even going to make a video about it and just answer people on stream and reveal his opinion. But his actual opinions, he does have opinions. His actual opinions are not. I'm not sure if you could categorize that as the middle, because people have different different concepts of what the middle of Star Wars is, the Star Wars community, I guess. I just want you guys to know one thing people don't realize, and I see this a lot on Twitter when people talk about theory, especially people that hate theory. This guy is somebody that thinks a lot about what he does. He thinks a lot. When he releases a video, especially when it's controversial, he thinks about it for hours before releasing it. He's not somebody who just drops a video like that for clout. Not at all. That's why it really pisses me off when I see people write shit like, "Oh yeah, he just wanted to start shit." Well, this guy knew about all of it 12 hours before he even posted about it, and like 8 or 7 hours before I even uploaded a video about it. So he doesn't start shit, man. He's very careful. Yeah, well, the only thing I don't like when it comes to Joe Rogan is, well, I wouldn't say I don't like. I really like the guy. Um, Maybe explain what you mean by dumb stuff, because the only thing I would consider dumb is when he's a bit just, and he even admits that, right? The thing is, he admits it, so that's fair, man. But he likes to believe in conspiracy theories a lot, and he even admits that it's human nature. It's cool, just to imagine just the thought of this of a conspiracy being true, and he likes it, and and that's why he even used to believe in almost like all like big conspiracy theories, and it's not the case anymore. But he still believes in some stuff, or he still thinks he's still like on the edge when it comes to certain conspiracies that I really think it sometimes harms his credibility a little bit, maybe. But on the other hand, like, what's his credibility? The guy doesn't claim to be an expert in anything. He's just a guy doing podcasts and talking to everyone. So
Okay, let me just catch up. Hmm.
yeah, they really.
Okay, so to
Uh,
explain what I'm doing so far, I just wired up a resistor here, guys, to see, so that my LEDs don't burn out, especially the reds. And the blue, since it's going to be royal blue, not just a typical blue, it's just going to have it's going to have a really nice hue to it. I'm going to do the same for these wires too. When I edit these videos that I make and you see them like in 5 minutes, trust me, the whole process might even take me up to a few hours. It can be that long, yes.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been already streaming for an hour now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Michelle, I agree. They really hate Theory and Darkness. I agree because he's better than they'll ever be, man. He has more than double the amount of subscribers than the second biggest Star Wars
He made his
YouTuber.
fame and fortune without bitching about things, dude. And
Mhm.
he kept neutral. He kept neutral on the sequels for about a year.
Exactly. Yep, it's true. Let me see here. I don't even know about this, to be honest. The shrooms being the door to the 43rd dimension. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes I agree. Sometimes well, the thing is also, and that might not even be the same thing. Um, but like I said, I don't really know much about it. But yeah, I agree. Sometimes he says things that doesn't really make sense, but it's cool, man. Like he's just a human being. Like I'm sure I say things that don't make sense either. And he does daily podcasts, so he's bound to have, we know everything he says. That's what I'm trying to say. We have hours of content, daily content of his. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of shit we disagree with, and we think it's hilarious. The only thing I don't agree with, but I get why he does it. He has a lot of guests, right? And he has guests with completely different opinions, and he always makes his guests feel like he agrees with them. Not always, but some like
You're right about
pretty
that. Sorry. Sometimes the smoke makes me sneeze.
often. Yeah, not always. I've seen him also like get pretty pissed with some of his guests, but most of the time, and he's really respectful, and I respect that. But just sometimes I've had like people there talk about like history and say like really weird shit, like shit that's really not basic science. It's like kind of more. I don't want to say
Speculation.
yeah, I don't want to say pseudoscience or anything, but it's still like just like a fringe um, part of historians or whatever, like a really small group that actually believe these things. And he has like this historian that says this and that, or not just historians or whatever, astronomers or whatever. And he just buys all their shit, or at least that's the way it looks on podcasts. He like it seems like he really believes everything they say. But like I said, could be that he's just trying to be respectful or something. I don't know. but I've seen this one guy say things like, yeah, all these Egyptologists and stuff, they don't really know what they're talking about because they have like their agenda or something, and um, I don't know. He was saying like really weird stuff, and Joe Rogan was basically just going like, "Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean." And I was just like, "Bro, like what?" So yeah, but I still like the guy. Well, the thing is with misinformation, right? The thing is with he never claims to be an expert, and he doesn't like when he says shit. He never makes it sound to me, anyways, as though we're supposed to take his word for
Gospel.
for plausible or for fact. And when he has guests on, those are like their opinions, and I get what you mean. Like sometimes he agrees with them too much, or it makes it look that way to be like polite, maybe I don't know. But he's just giving a voice to everyone. That's how I see it, and I appreciate that because there are many things I don't agree with, but also many things I do agree with, and many of these things that I do agree with are things that nobody really talks about, um, out of different reasons. And Joe Rogan is the only podcast or big podcast anyways talking about it. So that's what I really appreciate about the guy. But I agree, man. Misinformation, I really don't like misinformation either. Like, so I get what you're saying. I just didn't know that specific example, so I can't say anything on that. But when I hear misinformation, like plain misinformation, like not just an opinion, like 100% false, that really pisses me off as well. But I personally haven't seen Joe Rogan do that, not on purpose, anyways.
And I'm wearing the next resistor that's going to go in my blue dye.
I appreciate it, man. I and I appreciate the fact that you try to do the same. I try to do it as best as I can as well. Because
Don't believe him. He's an insufferable know-it-all behind closed doors. I'm kidding.
to quote Richard Dawkins, when he was asked about Jordan Peterson once by some people that clearly wanted to bash Jordan Peterson, and Dawkins' response was, "I have no opinion on that." It wasn't on Jordan Peterson per se. It was more on like something Jordan Peterson said or did, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't have an opinion on that." And people were like, "How can you not have an opinion on it?" And he's like, "I don't speak of things I'm ignorant of," and that really resonated with me because I try to live by this motto. It doesn't make sense, and I think that's one of the big problems today is people speak about things they have no clue about. Obviously, people should have the right to do it, but just because they have the right to do it doesn't mean it makes sense. Like you shouldn't speak about things you have no clue about, in my opinion.
Okay, and here's the blue one. All said
Nice.
and done. There we go.
So which lightsaber is that, man? Whose lightsaber is that?
The son of Kyle Katarn's mine. I'm repairing mine first, in case I screw up something.
What's with the second one? Which one's that?
And the second one, Kyle Katarn, Big Daddy.
Oh, nice. Nice. Sweet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that I really respect that, Michelle, because that's a big problem with teachers. And I get it. I get it if you're a teacher and you studied and a student corrects you or doesn't know or asks you something and you don't know the answer, like I get why some or why many teachers kind of feel uncomfortable, but it's still a big problem, especially with older students because they notice it real quick. So I really respect that. I really respect that. I think, in my experience, anyways, that's a rare trait with teachers, anyways. Yeah, I really respect that. This is because like teachers are just people like everyone else, and I've had this experience so many times with teachers, especially because like with English teachers, they just didn't know an English word, and then they said the word doesn't exist, and I'm like, yeah, it exists. What are you talking about? And they just didn't want to be wrong because I was a friggin' student and they were the teacher. So I actually had a British guy in one of my classes, and he used the word cocky, and our English teacher didn't know the word cocky. So she literally says the word doesn't exist, and I'm like, yo, chill, the word exists. And he said, obviously, the word exists, and we had a Nigerian dude in our class, and he also said, yo, like English is also my native language, and cocky, obviously, everybody knows that word. He almost made fun of the teacher, which was not okay as well. But she didn't admit it, man, and it took us like 10 to 15 minutes to actually convince her to look it up. And then she looked it up and she was like, okay, yeah, you guys are right, but I mean, I never heard of it, so I'm guessing it's probably like not really used. It's probably like an old term or something. And we were just like, whatever, we just let it be. But obviously it's used a lot. So yeah, I hate that, man, when teachers like that way. Yeah, I really. So Michelle says we look it up together as a class and have a learning moment. Yeah, that is really dope. After university, I'm thinking of maybe becoming a math or physics teacher. Not sure what to do as of yet. Oh, I always hated it when teachers got angry for being wrong. Like, bruh, cocky is slang. Well, I'm not even sure if I would say slang because it is a it is colloquial language. It's not formal, but I think there's still a difference between colloquial language and slang because people still like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say my mom uses slang, but she would still use that word, you know what I mean? But I guess it's just a thing of definitions. But yeah, it's definitely something, and I get it. You're an English teacher in Germany. It's not your native language. You don't speak English with your family or anything. It's just your job. I get it. You're obviously not gonna know every word, but like, why not admit it? Especially if you're in your class with three native speakers. That was kind of the funny part. And she really hated us, man. That specific English teacher really hated us. Like she hated me and she hated the British guy. It's funny. David Allen. His name was David Allen, but he was from the north. Like what's it called? Wigan. I think it's close to Liverpool. And they pronounced the vowels like really. They pronounce the vowels German almost. So he doesn't say gun, he says gun. And his name is not Allen, it's Allen. David Allen. Really funny. And he swallows a lot of like he doesn't say letters, he says la la
Let
la.
cool.
He was a big time Liverpool fan, but he's a prick, man. He's a prick. He's on YouTube, by the way. He has like a YouTube channel with a couple thousand subs, but he's a prick. So I'm not even say the channel because I don't want to give him publicity or anything because he's a fucking prick, man.
I'm gonna use for positive. I'm gonna use white. That's not a diverse color, Katarn.
Northern English, yeah. Yeah, he was the way he explained it, he said it's British. Obviously, it's not like Scottish, but it's still like you feel the close proximity to Scotland because many words are kind of similar, I guess, in pronunciation.
Proximity.
That's just what he said.
Scotland.
Scotland. I like Scottish, bro, because the way they pronounce the R and stuff.
You know what? It's part of the reasons why I watch a Critical Drinker because, like, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Yeah, London accent. That's like the basic, right? Um, that's like the typical stereotypical accent, I would say. But it also depends, obviously, on there. I think there are more than one London accent, right? Tuesday, Tuesday. hmm Yeah, but when you speak English, for example, that's like really to me that's like very stereotypical. Like this is how I imagine British people sounding. Obviously, you have like the really formal like Oxford accent, and you have kind of like the London accent. Those are the two most maybe just because they're most common in movies and stuff. I don't know. But when I heard uh, the guy speaking like a Northern English accent, or when I visited Western England, like southwestern England, people also had a really weird accent there, like close to the Welsh border, countryside. They actually pronounced the R similar to North Americans. It was a really weird accent. Like accents I never heard anywhere else, like in movies or anything either. They didn't even know they existed. Lera,
Le-
la, la.
Down to it.
Man, my lips are dry. Fuck. Bro, we're on lockdown here, man. It's crazy. We have
That's
curfew.
cute.
We're not allowed to leave the house past 9 o'clock. When I say we're not allowed to leave the house, I mean we're not allowed to leave the house. We're not allowed to leave the house to even bring out the garbage. 250
Yeah,
euro fine.
because everyone knows that COVID likes to strike when you're out taking the garbage. When
Bro,
you're
yeah. Everybody knows that between 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when most people are outside. That's when you have the biggest crowd. So that's it's important, man.
makes sense.
You're not allowed to have anyone on the streets, and you're not allowed to have cars either. You're not even allowed to drive at that time. So between 9 and 5 o'clock, man, not like no
What if
driving.
you work? What if you're working?
It's crazy. That's the only exception. But you have to have if you're working, you have to have proof, and there are those kind of papers your company has to hand you as proof, and you have to carry them with you all the time. It's crazy, man. It's insane. It's literally insane. And you know me, man. You know me. I'm not like uh, as skeptical as you are or many others. But this shit is just over the top crazy. Like there's no defense for that. I've talked to people that because the city I'm living in right now is a hotspot, and one of my best friends, or actually my best friend, works for the municipal government. And I talked to him, and I'm like, bro, does this really make sense? And he said, bro, this makes no sense. There's like literally no reason. They didn't even argue this. Like they just decided it's going to like that. They're just doing it. There wasn't even a reason. Really, it's insane.
Yeah, you just decided, like, okay, in you go.
Yeah. Mhm. Really weird, man. Like I just went over to my parents' place. They live like next to us, basically almost. So I just go out of my door, cross the corner, down the road like 20 meters, and I'm at my parents' place. And I went there to put some soup on their porch because we had a big kind of a bit. What do you call it? Anyways, we didn't have space in our fridge. That's all I'm trying to say. And it was like 9:30, and I was hurrying up because I know they're doing police patrols and shit. So I was hurrying up. I was like, oh damn, man, I know this is just 20 meters, but I gotta hurry up because police catches you, man. It's crazy.
Okay.
How crazy. They did that in Louisiana. Yeah, they didn't do that here yet. This is the first time they're doing that. And it's only
Yeah.
they're not doing this in all of it's only like on a like municipal level. Every city decides for themselves, but yeah, our city apparently is a hotspot, so whatever.
Whatever.
The thing is, I need to understand. Look, as much as I hate it, if they would say nobody's allowed to leave their homes at all anymore, at all, like there's no curfew, you're just not allowed to leave at all unless for work. That would be worse in the sense that you're not allowed to go outside, but it would at least make more sense because okay, you're trying to hinder people from meeting up. But why have a curfew from 9 to 5 in the morning? You know what I mean? That's the sick part. It doesn't even make sense. Like it's harsh and it doesn't make sense. It's harsh and it doesn't help at all.
There we go.
Guys, give me a sec. I'm just gonna go get something to drink.
All right. Yeah, the tears suck.
I still hear you
What are you all doing? Just keep you guys entertained. So what I'm doing right now is I'm connecting all the positives to the
Ooh, I'm getting some good stuff.
LED star.
Qatar is gonna know what I'm talking about. All you guys from North America are not gonna know what I'm talking about, but this Turkish drink. You know this, my man?
What's that? Nope.
I'm pretty sure you guys have something similar in Greek. Pretty sure it's a yogurt drink basically. It's made out of yogurt, just
Yeah.
pure natural yogurt, and it's really salty and water, man. That's it. It's just salt, water, and yogurt, and it's really popular Turkish drink here. And I'm pretty sure, man, you guys must have something similar in Greece because you guys have similar everything. It's crazy. You just gotta shake it and drink it, man. It's so good. It tastes really healthy for some reason. Good shit. Ayran, they call it ayran.
Hey, done. Alas,
Ah.
that's
This,
my dad.
this is even a Turkish brand. It's not even a German brand. And I love the Turkish brands because there are a lot of like German mainstream brands that started producing ayran as well. But my two favorite ayrans are Turkish imports. It's good stuff.
Awesome.
You already know it, my man? Oh
No,
no, it's not lassi. It's not lassi. It's not lassi. I know lassi, but it doesn't taste at all like lassi. Really doesn't. Because lassi has like a lassi just tastes different. Like it's really not the same. Like if you ever come across ayran, you really have to give it a try because it doesn't taste like lassi. I'm not a big fan of lassi either. Actually, not a big fan. It's kind of I hate it. I hate it as well.
okay.
So good, man. It sounds. I know it sounds awful, but it's so good. It's so good.
Around.
I know. But also the sweet. My My wife loves mango lassi, but I don't really like it either. But the salted lassi is the worst. So the salted lassi is it's so
Lisa.
disgusting that I ordered it when I was at an Indian restaurant, I think a year ago, and I couldn't drink it, man. And usually even if I don't like something, I'm still going to drink it, you know. But I really couldn't. I couldn't drink it. It was just way too hard to swallow. No offense, like.
Huh, we've got a funny predicament here. I don't know which one's green and which one's blue. And they didn't bother to mark it at the bottom? No, no, not at all. Thank you.
Before COVID, when I used to attend university regularly, it's in a different, like, my university is not in my city, so I have to take the train. I used to have to take the train every day, and I got a ayran. I got 2 or 3 ayrans every day. Usually one on my way to university and 2 on my way back. One to drink right now and one to drink once I arrive home and supper's ready and shit. Like, I'm crazy about this stuff. But it really tastes the best if you eat it with Turkish food. And if you guys haven't tasted Turkish food, man, you missed something in life. It's really good. It's just like Greek food, man. Greek food and Turkish food are 2 of the best cuisines out there. It's a fact.
Okay, this is blue. I found the blue. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. And this is the green. Yay, I found it! Using a battery pack. Look it. Red. Blue's kind of weak. Shut up. 2.
Bro, imagine that was your mom or something and she's watching the stream and she just heard you say shut up.
She'd be like, language.
Yeah, there are not many Turkish people, I think, probably in Great Britain. Basically, parts of it, not all of it, but big parts of Turkish and Greek cuisine are very similar, and you just have to take the pork and change it to like
Lamb or something.
Beef or lamb or something like that. Mostly lamb, actually, lamb or chicken, actually. And it's really similar. Like even their gyros pita is really, really similar to like dürüm. It's called dürüm in Turkish. It's really, really similar. It tastes completely different because they have different meat and different sauces, but just the way it's made is really, really, really similar. It's almost the same, actually. I even know this place, a Greek place here, not far from where I live, and they also have like Turkish stuff. So they sell like Greek. It's like kind of an imbus. And when you order like a döner or dürüm, which are 2 Turkish dishes, or you order gyros pizza, it's literally the same thing. They just have a different sauce and different meat, but they prepare it the same way, same bread, same everything. So yeah, it's really similar. Indian cuisine is is it my favorite? I love Indian cuisine, man. Indian cuisine is definitely, I can't really say if it's my favorite. I would probably say Mexican is my favorite, but Indian is probably number 2. Indian cuisine is so underappreciated, I would say. Maybe not even in England, because I heard in England, like curry and stuff is really popular, but here in Germany, it's super underappreciated. Most people haven't even tasted it in their lives, and Indian cuisine is crazy, man, out of this world. Italian to me is not really.
Basic.
It's too basic here. Here, anyways, it's too basic. It's too normal. Italian cuisine is almost like German cuisine in Germany. It's so popular that you have it everywhere. You have so many Italian restaurants.
Okay, guys. So I wired up the LEDs. They work. All of them work, but they're kind of warm right now, so that's why like they're not so bright. Um, so I've color coded the negatives with green, blue, and red, and a common positive is going to be the white wire over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to feed these wires in here. We're going to need to see how we're going to hold the star onto. So I can flip this upside down and feed this right here. Okay. Oh shit, did I screw it up? I think I screwed it up. Damn. Okay, here we go again. So, yeah. No, it's not. I screwed up. Oh boy, I did not think this through.
Probably the spices, man. I'm just guessing, Ilium. I know many people. I know many people who love Indian food, but I also know a few people who actually have tried it and didn't like it, and all of them it was because of the spices and because of the flavors and stuff, because it's just so different to ours. Like the meat, you just take meat. You don't even have to take you know what I mean? Like anything exotic, but even the meat tastes different. And I love it, but I think many people don't like it. That's what I'm guessing. She probably doesn't like chicken tikka masala, man. I love it. And I also love pakora, chicken pakora, and I had shrimp pakora. All that stuff. And my wife's crazy about biryani.
Oh, biryani, I like that too, actually.
Yeah, it's okay. Not enough meat for me. I need 80% meat.
My mom loves biryani too.
But yeah, it's good stuff, man. And I love the flavors. Like whenever we do like steak, often I'll ask my wife to actually just make it Indian style. Not even a specific Indian just dish, just have like Indian spices and stuff because I just love the taste of it now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't like curry, that's obviously that it's not gonna work out with Indian food then. It's curry everywhere, man. But curry is also really popular in Germany. Like we have something in Germany called curry ketchup. It's just like curry flavored ketchup, and it's I would say at least as popular as regular ketchup, if not even more popular in certain regions. And obviously currywurst and stuff is really popular, but I'm not a big fan myself. Bro, is this actually like your like where you're working at right now? Is this your
Living room.
is your living room? All right.
My mom's basement.
Because I recognize the table when you sent me pictures of your four lightsabers all beside one another. You also took the picture on that table, I believe. I
Yeah,
recognize it.
you are correct. Come on, thing. The bad shit waiting to break off.
Yeah, Mexican bro is the same thing here in Germany. Most people here, and I'm talking like 98% of people, have never tasted Mexican food because no Mexicans. But in Canada, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in the US, Mexican food is like the most popular, the most popular non-North American food, I would say even. Yeah, I would say because I don't consider American pizza Italian because it's not. American pizza is not even. It's almost not the same thing, man. And I don't even mean this in a condescending way. I prefer American pizza to Italian pizza. But yeah, I would say like tacos and fajitas and shit. And here in Germany, you say fajita and people don't even know what you're talking about. That's how little people know about Mexican food here. Doc Sarah. Theories Arcade is live. Too bad. Chips and queso and frozen margaritas is my jam. Margaritas are cool. I'm more of a pina colada man, but margaritas are definitely sweet. So apparently Ethiopian food is also really good. One of my buddies told me, but I've never tasted it. I don't know if any of you guys have. It's supposed to be really good. Maybe my man Qatar, man. I mean, you've lived in Africa. You might have tasted Ethiopian.
Nope.
You haven't?
Nope.
It's
It
probably
was
similar to other African dishes.
nope. It is similar to South African cuisine, exactly just the way I left it when I was 9. And you know
Is
what?
it
I
good?
like it. It's good. The beef there is unparalleled, dude.
Yeah, actually, most of Mexican food, what we consider Mexican, has been Americanized. Because if you actually go to Mexico and eat their Mexican food, it doesn't taste like Mexican food tastes in North America. When I say North America, I mean Canada and the US, obviously. It tastes really different. And I have to say, I prefer, and maybe it's just because I grew up in North America and shit, but I prefer the Americanized, like Tex-Mex food to actual, real Mexican cuisine. It's all good, man. I hope I'm not offending any Mexicans here in the chat. Of course, I'm half my family's Cajun or Acadian. In Canada, we call them Acadian.
Acadian.
So yeah, I love Cajun cuisine. There are some differences. There are some parts of Cajun cuisine that evolved later on in the States, separate from the Canadian Acadian culture. But there are also many similar dishes, and I really dig it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tex-Mex is different. It is. It's like similar in the sense that we have like whatever, right? We have fajitas and we have tacos, but it just tastes differently. The flavors are different, and yeah, Tex-Mex is definitely better, man. Like it just is. It's the improved version.
I just need to make this.
There's this restaurant chain, but I think it's a Canadian chain. It's called Lone Star Texas Grill. That's my favorite, probably my favorite restaurant. Like maybe in all of Canada. It's a chain, like I said. I've seen it in Toronto. I've seen it in Ottawa, and it's a Tex-Mex restaurant. It's cool because it looks like a country bar on the inside, and you just have country music playing, and all the waitresses have cowboy boots and cowboy hats on and shit, and like mini skirts and and uh, like kind of like lumberjack shirts, but like kind of tied up here. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of touristy, to be honest, but it's pretty cool, and the food is amazing. You can make your own fajitas, and Their steak fajitas, man. Their steak fajitas are so good.
Okay, we have fixed the royal fuck up. Now we can put we could put the lights on. We just did nicely. You see that thing cool? Thank you.
Just
It's time
let me just
to
check my Twitter real quick here, guys. See what's going on there.
Okay. Nice and tight, and there we go. There's our new LED. And now we're going to be fixing the speakers.
Well, they still are, in a sense. If you go strictly by the term Cajun, they're American because the Canadians are called Acadians, but they're the same people because they didn't deport all of them. They kind of separated the Acadians back then. They were all called Acadians or les Acadies in French, and they inhabited the maritime provinces of Canada, and they were kind of rebels, and the British didn't like it, so they, you know, separated the families and all, and deported half of them to the States, to Louisiana, and these people became the Cajuns. Cajuns basically just being it's basically the same term, right? It's Acadian, and you just take that
Cajun.
term and slang it up a little bit, and you have Cajun, right? And you actually have a lot of people even in Canada that don't say Acadian; they say Cajun. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Michelle, but I believe that even though you guys say Cajuns, I think you guys still say Acadia, right? Like the region where Cajuns live. It's not called like Acadia or something, even in the States. Anyways, yeah, it's the same. It's culturally the same people and ethnically, but obviously they've been separated for, I don't know, like 200 years or something now. So now you have Cajuns in the U.S. and Acadians in Canada, but they share a lot of cultural similarities. You know, um, but obviously they also have differences because they live in different places now. So obviously when you guys, when I said like differences in business, like you guys have a lot of shit with like alligators and stuff. Obviously we don't have that in Canada because we don't have alligators. In Canada,
Yeah.
most Canadian dishes are like the seafood stew and stuff like that, and like shrimp boil and check the chat. Someone to the
Okay. It's time to go. Tony Stark on this bitch.
well, the Cajuns. It's not just French influence. The Cajuns were French, right? The Acadians or les Acadies were French settlers in eastern Canada, and obviously they intermixed over the years. So many Cajuns these days probably do not have 100% French blood, but the, the origin of the Cajun people is French, and it's even from a specific part of France. It's from a specific province in France, I think, something like that.
Sounds like Arcadian. Arcadians, no!
Acadian Parish. Yeah, with the region where I'm from, the city where I'm from is situated on the Acadian Peninsula. It's called in the province of New Brunswick. The province of New Brunswick is 30% French, and all French people in New Brunswick are basically Acadian, and they all live in the northern part of the province, and yeah, it's called the Acadian Peninsula. And there's even a town called Tracadie, or Tracadie. And for all of you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the series Zoo on, I think it's on Netflix. And I'm not sure if it's the first or second season, but at one point they're in a town called Caracat, and Caracat is the most Acadian city in all of Canada. It's also in New Brunswick. It's like on the northern tip of New Brunswick, about an hour from where I'm originally from. And it's funny because in the series they totally misrepresent the town. It's like, I don't know, it's like an English town, I guess. Everybody speaks English and shit. That's not the case. Even though most people outside of Quebec and Canada speak English, the Acadian Peninsula, and especially the northern part of it, is an exception. If you go to Caracat and you speak English, people will look at you like, they'll be pissed, man. They're actually pissed at hearing English. They're like still pissed that the British separated the Acadians back then. They're really, really proud of their Acadian heritage, and they're proud of their French language and shit. It's crazy, man. And I mean, I'm allowed to say this. I'm allowed to criticize and make fun of these people because I'm, like I said, half my family's Acadian. But these people are crazy, like the hardcores. Yeah, it's all culture, like you said, Cajun by adoption or by blood. It's all culture these days, right? Like I said, with German, I'm not German by blood, but man, I still consider myself partly German by culture. So, and especially with the States and Canada being like the States, Canada, Australia, places like that, they're all so new. Like there's not really one identity. It's just a melting pot of a bunch of identities. So, nobody really cares about blood, or nobody should really care about blood in North America, and most people don't.
No one's ever really gone.
I'm British by blood and culture. I think my high school physics teacher grew up in Cyprus. Cyprus is a Greek island, but has Turkish influences. Well, Cyprus is well, it's not a Greek. Cyprus is its own country, right? But half of the country is Greek by culture, like culturally Greek, could say, and the other half is kind of like it is officially part of Cyprus, but it is Turkish, and they kind of want to separate and become part of Turkey. But obviously, the international community doesn't accept that. But Turkey is really aggressive, and they're sending like troops. Like they have troops in Cyprus and shit. Like Turkey is really aggressive towards Greece. It pisses me off, man. They want to steal your guys' islands and shit.
Yeah.
Guy's sick, man. Erdogan.
Looks like they didn't get their lesson, learned their lesson a few hundred years ago.
What are you saying? Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
Looks like they didn't learn their lesson a few hundred years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now let us.
100% alcohol. That is crazy. 100% alcohol. I mean, I've heard of 90% straight rum, but or like 85%, but 100% alcohol. That's not even drinkable, man. Who drinks that shit? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're probably obviously. I mean, you're probably a mix of many things.
Who?
Michelle. like most people, like everybody's actually a mix of many things. I mean, the pure-blooded people don't really exist anymore, but you definitely have a lot of Celtic influence, probably. Anyways, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Definitely. I know, right? It's really sad, bro. Like you can obviously buy 100% alcohol in Germany too, but nobody drinks that shit. You know what I mean? Like you use it to freaking start a fire or something. Like who drinks 100% alcohol? That is crazy. But I've heard of Russian people. And I actually know one of the guys. He did this shit, man. When they don't have vodka left, and it's like in the middle of winter in friggin' Siberia, and they need alcohol, they drink friggin' perfume and shit. Not even, not even joking. It's disgusting as hell. 'Cause they just want alcohol. It's insane, man. That's what he told me, anyways. Yeah, yeah. You probably had, yeah. Most of your DNA was probably British Isles. Um, but I mean, even British Isles, like, what does that mean, right? Uh, if you go back far enough, obviously, most people on the British Isles have Norse in them and French in them and German in them and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like the entire theory of pure bloodedness is really stupid if you look at it scientifically because
Y'all are just jealous that I'm actually descended from Hercules. That's where this conversation is going. The old ones say we are descended from Hercules himself. Old Leonidas, that is testament to our bloodline.
oh, Irish. I got you. Yeah, Irish people actually, yeah, they've been there for a while. So Celtic, yeah. I think I look Persian to be honest. I don't even look Indian. Loads of people think I'm from the Mediterranean or from Persia. I don't think you look Mediterranean, bro, but Persian could definitely be, and that makes sense because you had people from Persia actually flee to the Indian subcontinent, which is why you have a lot of people in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India who look different, have lighter skin, and kind of different facial features than other Indians. So yeah, it's definitely possible, man, that you have Persian heritage, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Um, we know so little about what happened not too long ago in most cultures. Like most people have so much in common. It's crazy. Like I've talked to this with Qatar here. You remember, man, when we talked about this on the phone, how if you go back far enough, everybody's connected and shit.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this. Like, if people would actually pay more attention to this shit, racism wouldn't exist. Racism only exists because people don't pay attention to this shit. You know what I mean?
No, we actually talked about the great circle of life.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember, man. That's a couple months ago. That was really interesting. That was like a deep conversation. It was really deep. Your barber thinks you're Spanish, bro. Oh, from Boston. Yeah, Boston is what's with Boston? I think I read
Irish people.
they're like 80% of people in Boston are of Irish descendants or something. 70 or
Yeah.
80%. It's crazy. Dark blonde hair, deep blue eyes, and pale skin. That's yeah. So you're definitely Germanic. Sounds like a Germanic, which would make sense because most people in Great Britain, most white English, not Great Britain, sorry, most white English people are Germanic by DNA. They don't have, they hardly have Celtic in them actually. It's crazy. The difference in DNA between a Welsh person or even a Scottish person and an English person is crazy. It's crazy how different they are in terms of DNA. And I've been told, I don't know because I've never been to Wales and I don't think I've ever met somebody from Wales, but I've been told that you can even tell the difference. Like you go to Wales, people look differently than in England.
Okay, we've got one light on. That's a good thing. So we need to see where the other ones fit in this equation. Commander.
Yeah, I also have Irish in me quite a bit. Irish, Scottish, English, and French. That's like the direct descendancy. If you go further back, obviously, you get a lot of German, and then you go further
I'm
back, you get
part Portuguese.
Scandinavian and shit. But direct descendancy is English, Scottish, Irish, and French. Pale green eyes, dark blonde hair, and pale skin. Pale skin, man. That seems to be the thing with British people. They're the whitest people around, man. When you're on vacation, like beach vacation, let's say the Canary Islands, which are also really popular with British tourists. British people are always the whitest, man. You have Dutch people, you have German people, whatever, man. But the British people are always the whitest. They're like so white it doesn't even look healthy sometimes. No offense, bro. No offense, but they're really really white. Like really like. And just looking at it, I'm noticing that I look really white right now too. But that's just because of the light. I'm actually not that white. I'm just noticing right now because it's really bright, shining my face. But yeah, British people are like really, really white, man. Like hardly any color. Like many, anyways. Not all of them, but many English people are so white. It's crazy.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Germanic, Russian, Germanic. Yeah, Slavic. You mean probably when you say Russian? I'm guessing. So yeah, Slavic people and Germanic people have actually Celtic, Germanic, and Slavic. All three cultures, all three ethnic groups, probably have a similar or maybe even the same origin. But that's a problem with Celtic people and Germanic people and even Slavic people to a certain degree. You don't really know much if you go back further than 2,000 years. It's not like with the Greeks where you go back thousands of years and you still have a rich culture. With Germanic people, we don't know shit once you go back 2,000 years. We have like no clue what really happened, or like 2,500 years ago. In Celtic people, it's even worse. Um, and actually, the Greeks actually considered the Celtics and the Germanics to be one people. They call the Celtics Germanics. To them, all these people living in Europe that had redder blonde hair were all Germanic, and then the Romans were the ones that said, "No, no, the Celtics kind of have a different culture." So they were the first ones that actually separated the Gauls in France, which were Celtic, and the Bavarians at that time were Celtic as well, from the Franks, which were Germanic. Just a little history lesson here. And the Greeks, by the way, traded with the Scandinavians back then. It's crazy to think, but yeah, like 2,500 years ago, the Greeks they had like um, trading alliances and shit with Scandinavian people. Like that's how connected the world was already back then, and it doesn't really seem that way if you look at the Viking Age and shit. It looks like these people were never in contact with other people. It's not the case at all, actually.
Okay, let's see. If I disconnect this over here,
And redheads have fair
try,
skin.
just trying things, bro.
It's true, Michelle. I have one of my buddies. He's Russian, but he's a Russian German. So there's actually this special ethnic group of Germans, ethnic Germans that fled to Russia after the First World War or something like that. And then they're no, they even earlier, I think. And then they returned to Germany sometime after the Second World War. There's this special kind of ethnic group. And anyways, so he's probably more Germanic, but he's from Russia, and he's a redhead, and probably has the palest skin I've ever seen on a human being. It's crazy, and he gets a sunburn so fast, man. It's amazing.
I just need a quick break because I've been shooting the LEDs in my eyes. The electronics work. I just need to figure out how to cycle the. Everything works just fine, so I'm just gonna touch.
Darth needs to know the Romans did not like the Germanics or Celtics because they viewed them as barbarians.
Yeah,
Because they lived in like smaller villages and they lived in the forest and they uh, dressed differently to Romans. To Romans, they didn't really dress in style and shit. You know, to them they dressed just like cavemen. Basically, that's how they described them, anyways. Which wasn't really the case. That's actually a misconception. The comb, and the hairbrush were invented by the Germanic tribes, actually. And the
dude,
Vikings.
I'm gonna take a little quick break because I use the LED and it's like wow.
Yeah.
They both work, which is great.
So you mean like break? You're going to continue later, or?
Oh no, I'm just gonna take a quick little break. I just need my eyes to kind of adjust. Michelle does have red hair. When the sun lights it, it kind of like turns to fire, dude. It's amazing, actually.
Qatar looks like it could be your cousin. I don't know, bro.
No, no,
No, you and Qatar don't look alike. I wouldn't, and I don't see it.
no. What's his eye color again?
I don't know his eye color, but I know what he looks like, and I don't think. Well, you're both from the south, so you have that similarity, but I don't really see much. To be honest. Maybe if I had a Greek side.
What's that?
With green eyes. He said brown eye. He has brown eyes.
Oh, well, mine are green. Kind of steal the color from someone. I don't know if it can be seen somehow, but
But I don't know. It's hard to tell.
facial features, yeah, maybe because I have a patchy beard. I don't know, but people like that are like from Greece and all the way east, they have like these fuzzy beards that we have.
Yeah, it's true. What about like what color are my eyes? Can you even see? Because my eyes always change. Sometimes they're blue and sometimes they're
This is
green.
a grayish blue.
Grayish blue. Yeah, sometimes they're also like grayish blue or like it's really weird. Man. My eyes always change colors.
If they turn yellow, I'll know that you turned to the dark side. Okay, so everyone, I tested my LEDs. Everything's going fine. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna be feeding these wires into the switch section.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make them same.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, people are saying blue. Yeah, I used to have really green eyes, and then
You
it's
mutated.
it slowly changed, and now I'm kind of like my grandma. My grandma's the same way. She has green and blue. It always changes. It's really weird.
He's a mutant. Don't believe him. You're one of them?
Yeah, you definitely have like similarities, um, but still even in facial features, man. Uh, yeah, I don't know. When I see Katarn,
I see hope in his eyes.
he looks Greek, man. Could have a little Persian in him.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
did. You went for the exact opposite of you. Dark hair, green. Okay, less green eyes than you. Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
of.
Chromia, of course. I've seen X-Men First
Yeah.
Class.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Silver eyes. Crazy, man. It's like a Russian Jew. Yeah, but I used to have like pure green eyes. Even when, like, until I was like 17, 18, my eyes used to be like all green. So they changed really late.
When
Really
they
late.
graduated from high school and they changed color, like grade.
Yeah,
You
I'm
changed.
great. I'm a great Jedi, bro.
I'd be a great Jedi too. Like Kyle Katarn is not the most orthodox Jedi that you'd find out there.
Bruh. So I tweeted, "This is Star Wars," with obviously only the Lucas films on the picture, and somebody comments, "Don't forget the sequels." Bro, like, come on, man. Obviously, I purposely did not include the sequels. I thought that was clear.
Yeah, that's amusing. They think that the sequels get a chance. Aw, I screwed up again. No, I didn't. I'm kidding. Your skills with the lightsaber are coming perfectly, Lord Saber.
Don't you guys think Katarn should do like voice impressions? He's really good at telling that all the time.
Oh, earthquake! No, Captain. Battle formation. Let's get there.
Deep sapphire blue, that's crazy.
Okay, we've got the emitter.
I'm gonna get something else to drink.
All right, it is time. Walk to. Okay, guys, we're almost there. This is why never let anyone fly your ship. Here we go. Oh, I don't think my mom's around, but I'm gonna have a glass of wine. I'm just kidding.
Represent.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be drinking. I think it's Moosehead. It's a Moosehead beer, but it's some kind of special. It's because it's called Crack Canoe, but it's from Moosehead.
You're gonna be having crack from a moose's head? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if you guys know Moosehead. I mean, and they don't have it in Germany, anyways. It's imported from the States. It's the best beer, man. And it's actually from my province. It's beer from New Brunswick. So you're gonna have some. I'm gonna wait, man. Pour yourself a glass of wine, and you can.
Pour yourself a glass of wine, laddie. I'm almost done, guys. I promise. Look, it's coming together. See? See? No problem.
Beer is awesome, man.
So this goes right here. Old speaker.
It's not black, bro. Oops. Maybe it looks black, and the bottle is really dark, but the beer itself is really light. Actually, it's just the bottle. The beer is really, really light golden color.
Okay.
But dark beer is also cool, actually, like black beer. All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, this is so good. It's my only bottle. It's a bittersweet taste.
Okay.
Beer, man. Beer is so
Hey.
good. No, I get why people don't like beer. I really do. I love it, but it's specific, right? I mean, my wife hates it too, so cool. She just likes wine, and I hate wine. Not big on wine. I'm not big on wine at all.
You want some wine with that butthead? As well. I'm gonna
Cheers.
just
Cheers, mate.
Huh?
I said cheers, mate.
Cheers.
My dad says it's an acquired taste. It is actually. It is acquired, I would say. And to me, I'm kind of like a sinner in a sense because when it comes to beer, Germans are really, really specific, really proud. Like most Germans only drink German beer,
We're proud to drink y'all's beer.
and most Germans don't even recognize other beers as beer. That's how crazy they are. It's crazy. In the Bavarian Constitution, and I think even in the Saxon Constitution, beer is referenced as one of the vital things in life, like the vital things you need to survive, like water and bread and shit. They have beer under that as well. It's insane. And they don't even sell American beer in Germany. They don't even sell. They have Corona. They have Corona and some other kind of, I think, Modelo. They have like 2 Mexican beers you can buy, and you have a few like Dutch beers and Czech and stuff.
Czech beers are good. I've had like
Budweiser, like the original, not the American one. The original Czech Budweiser is really good. Or Irish beer, you can also buy Irish Kilkenny and Guinness. But other than that, you can only buy German beer, and you can't buy American at all. I've never seen it here in Germany. And when I tell people that I actually prefer American and Canadian beer to German beer, man, it's a sin, man. People really hate on me for that. It's like the worst thing to say. It's literally like going to the States and being like, yeah, I don't like the NFL. I like the German amateur football leagues, like the German amateur.
Bundesliga B, the second division.
Yeah, but not even soccer, like actual American football in Germany. I prefer that to the NFL. That's that. I think that's a fair comparison. That's how crazy it is. But I really do, man. It's lighter, just, and I don't know. I just like it better. I also prefer Irish beer to German beer. German beer is really strong.
We're almost done. Damn, 2 hours, 8 minutes. I didn't even start drinking yet.
Well, Germans are really strict. Like the German beer, for something to be considered beer in Germany, it has to have certain, like the process of making it. There's certain rules, and many countries obviously don't abide by these rules. And by German definition, this beer here, it's not even beer. By German definition, that's not even beer. It's crazy.
It's piss water. I'm kidding.
It's piss water.
Yeah,
But like
golden shower. Okay.
I dislike beer. Bro, how can you dislike beer? Oh, we have beer haters in the chat, man.
What?
2 beer haters.
This is unacceptable. Lord Vader will not be pleased. Where are my Battlefront 2 fans at?
My brothers. How is this possible, my brothers? How can you not like the beer? The German beers are best, my
You
brother.
must show them the way.
I will show you the way. If you drink that German beer, and I know I am showing you that Canadian beer right now, but you know what I mean, my brother.
They do not know the way.
Yeah, beer is the best. I agree, Michelle. I'm not big on wine. I like some wines, but for me, it's beer and whiskey. It's the best.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking wine because that's what's in the house right now.
And I tasted Greek beer. Greek beer is also pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Mythos.
Mythos, yeah. But you said there's this other one, Alpha, I think you
Alpha.
said.
Yeah, it's for men. Kidding.
Yo, Darth Boogie, my man. What's up,
And I
bro?
grew up. What's up? Hello.
I like it. I used to dislike beer that I grew up. Sorry, guys. Um, what's your favorite beer, man? What's your
My
favorite
favorite
beer?
beer?
Yeah.
I like beer, wine, and whiskey. Ooh, nice.
Oh, your favorite is Alpha, I think you told me, right?
Hmm? Yeah. In Greece, my favorite beer is Alpha.
Shit, I just spilled. I just spilled beer,
Careful
man.
now, Trooper.
Embarrassing on stream. What about you guys in the chat? What's your guys' favorite beer? Like, I'm actually just asking two people because the rest of you guys hate beer, but whatever.
Beer haters. Beer hating is a real pandemic.
Rum, wine, cider, whiskey, and vodka. I hate vodka, man. Vodka tastes like nothing. Vodka literally tastes like alcohol with water, in my opinion.
Vodka is
It's good,
alcohol.
it's good. It's good for mixing, but like just pure vodka doesn't taste good. I find.
Oh boy, you've never dated a Russian, huh?
I have not dated a Russian. No.
Yeah, well, they like their vodka a lot.
I know. I've dated a Polish girl. It's the same thing, bro.
Yeah?
Trust me. Oh yeah. They drink vodka for freaking breakfast, man. It's crazy.
Awesome.
Mhm. Darth Boogie flavored vodka. Go to college to learn how to love beer. Oh.
Okay, it's time to get ambidextrous again. Think, monkey, think.
Guinness is some cool stuff.
Monkey, good.
Guinness is not bad.
Monkey's good with tools. Why I have no friends?
Michelle, have you ever tried Kilkenny? It's red. It's red beer. Irish. If not, you should definitely try it. It's my opinion, it's way better than Guinness. Again, Guinness is not bad, but Kilkenny used to be my favorite beer for a long time. Actually, it's really, really good. A master and an apprentice. Yeah, Kilkenny. I'm sure you'll like it. I'm sure you'll like it. It's really good. Wait a minute. I'll write it in the chat actually. So you got.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastards! This beer is racist towards South Park fans, by the way.
Mm-hmm. It's real racist.
Yeah, this is discriminatory.
Kilkenny. Kilkenny.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastards! I'm sorry, I get stupid when I'm creative.
Bro, it's all good, man. That's what we're here for, having a good time.
Yep.
I've seen at my store before, yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of different international beers in North America. But what's really weird is if you go to, so my experience in Canada, anyways, I think it's the same in the States. Um, Bogey and Michelle, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing the most popular German beer is probably Beck's. I'm guessing Beck's is probably the one you see the most. And it's funny because obviously everybody knows Beck's in Germany as well, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's the most popular in Germany though. The most popular here, like, or at least more popular than Beck's would be König Pilsner, would be Veltins, or Paulana. And
Paulana, we have that a lot here.
Paulana, yeah, it's
It's
Bavarian.
really because we have no accents. We're like Paulaner.
Paulaner, yeah, it's Bavarian. Paulana and Erdinger, or Erdinger,
We had that too.
they're both like Bavarian white beer.
Not diverse enough. Sorry.
And König Pilsner and Veltins are, they call it Pils. It's actually a Czech type of beer. It originated in the Czech Republic, anyways, but it's very common in Western Germany and in the Netherlands these days. And I don't even know what Beck's is. I think Beck's is a Pils as well. I'm not sure. And then you have like Kölsch, which is like Cologne, like some. It's like its own kind of beer from Cologne, and you have German dark beer, but I'm not a big fan of dark beer.
Okay. We're almost done with this bitch. Positive to the positive and the negative to the negative. Okay. Okay.
Fruit beers.
Oh, that's cute when you're like, what, 7?
Crack Canoe, light lager.
Almost done.
Yeah, but when it comes to like larger brands, I'm guessing Beck's is probably in the States, just as it is in Canada, probably the most common one, right? And I think the most common German-esque beer, even though it's not from Germany, but it's the same type,
Heineken?
would be Heineken. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, Heineken is like a typical beer from also the region where I'm from here in Germany, like because we live 30 minutes from the border to the Netherlands. Yeah, but like I said, Beck's is not nearly the most popular beer here. Maybe it's just my bubble. Maybe it's just because I live in Western Germany and Beck's, I think, it's from Northern Germany. No clue, but I don't know many people that drink Beck's. I wonder, could you name a few though? Dark Boogie, because I wonder if I like how small they are and if I know some. Because the thing is with Germany, there are so many like breweries and shit. It's crazy. Germany has so many beer breweries. Like I'm not even kidding. Like there are thousands and thousands of different brands of beer here. But yeah, who knows? Like even in my friggin' city here, overalls, we have two breweries, but I don't like either of them.
Okay, it's time to duel. No, I'm just kidding. So we get creative.
No, Heineken is not German. Heineken is not German. That's why I didn't say.
Dutch.
Yeah, it's Dutch. It's Germanesque. Like it's the
Feels
beer.
German, but it's not.
Exactly. It is from the Netherlands, but it is essentially a German type of beer, but it's just not from Germany. Yeah. But from yeah. In France, I know when I was in France, I saw Paulana a lot as well, just like you said in Greece. Is it the most popular in Greece, the most popular German beer?
Well, when they want to have like a good beer, they go for that.
Yeah, because Bex is more like, yeah, Paulana is more expensive than Bex.
Hmm.
And it's Bavarian beer. So usually when you buy Paulana, and especially if you're like in a German pub, you get those huge ass
Glasses.
jugs, man, with glasses. Yeah, it's like the Oktoberfest beer here, Paulana. By the way, one popular misconception, guys, I see this a lot from people in North America. They think the Oktoberfest is somehow German. It's not. It's Bavarian. It's like it has nothing to do with most of German culture. It's really just Bavarian.
Wasn't Prussia in Bavaria? Bavaria and Prussia? Old
No,
Prussia?
no. Prussia was Prussia was where I'm from. Prussia was like north, northwest, northeast, and Bavaria and Prussia actually had beef quite often. They were the
Really?
two. Yeah, yeah. Prussia was like the biggest, was always the biggest, most powerful German state, and Bavaria was most of the time the second most powerful. So the king of
So there was a
Bavaria.
rivalry, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And then you had Austria, because Austria used to be a German, and they still are basically, to be honest. But they used to be just as German as Prussia and Bavaria before they actually became one empire. And the only reason Austria did not become a part of the German Empire back then is because Austria had beef with Prussia, and Prussia didn't allow Austria to join. But back then it was Saxony, it was Prussia, Bavaria, Austria, Thuringia, and I don't know the English term for the last one, but yeah, Bavaria is in the south, by the way, for all you guys that don't know. Bavaria is borders Austria. It's like north of Austria, and their culture is it is often associated as stereotypical German culture outside of Germany, but within Germany, it's not stereotypical at all. Like Bavarians are kind of like it's similar to the United States because Bavarians are kind of like the Southerners of the States, and even though people from the South in the States are obviously not stereotypical to the United States, um, most people outside of the U.S. associate the South with the U.S. though, like somebody with a twang, on a horseback with like 20 guns and a cowboy hat. They to them that's American, just as to many people, the guy in lederhosen drinking Bavarian beer is typical, stereotypical German. I think you could. I think that's a fair comparison, anyways.
Okay.
Well, Prussia is not a province anymore, bro. Prussia doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Germany is divided into 16 states, and Bavaria still is. Most countries, actually, most states, all states actually, are still a state today, like Bavaria and Thuringia and Saxony. And Austria obviously is its own country now, but and the rest of it is what used to be Prussia, and in parts of Poland as well used to be Prussia.
Okay. Now we're supposed to attach the speaker wires. that this is not supposed to pop out. It's supposed to stay in like that. Okay, we're almost done, I swear.
It's cool, man. It's actually a chill stream.
Yeah.
Same thing, Ilium in Germany. It's also all one class.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
How crazy! In Germany, the schools themselves don't write the curriculum. It's always they have a special kind of committee, I guess, and they decide the curriculum for the entire state. But yeah, that's pretty cool. My man Darth Boogie is still here. That. You know what's also really good? I'm gonna show you guys. Good old Viking stuff. That's the good stuff. That is the good stuff.
You don't do it.
Meat. It's actually it's actually from Germany. This one. It's from the old Viking town of Hedeby. But Hedeby is situated in today's Germany, in northern Germany. And this is actually from there, I think. Yeah, it is. It's really good. It's like honey wine. That's what the Vikings used to drink. You know the way. This is very good, my brother. This is very good. If you know the way, you will come very far in life, my brother. Want a beef, bro?
There we go. First one is done. Need to do
You got a
the
green
second.
screen, my man?
What's that?
Darth Boogie in the comments, he's trying to set up his green screen. Sweet. The green screen, my brother. Darth Boogie, if Sith doesn't jam or boogie on the dance floor, they dominate
Club.
the dance floor. Oh, man.
Is it Boogie or Dark Bougie?
It's Darth Boogie. Yes, I am old. Beer is great. But
Oh, come on.
Whiskey, bourbon. Bro, did you actually just put Canadian as number 5 and rye as number 3? How is that even possible, bro? Most Canadian whiskey is rye. Literally, that's almost, you could even say it's almost the definition of Canadian whiskey is that it's rye. So how is rye number 3 and Canadian number 5, bro? And bourbon is disgusting. Bourbon is only good for mixing. Sorry, all my American friends. Scotch. I appreciate Scotch for its history and shit, but I personally am not the biggest fan of Scotch. Irish, man, Irish is probably my favorite. Irish and I would say Irish and Canadian probably, and I'm really not biased about it. I love Canadian whiskey. but it really depends on whiskey, I guess, because it's
Radio, what's new?
you know.
Radio. I shouldn't get too excited because I usually finish and then I forget something along the way. I'm like, what the fuck did I forget?
Okay, but Tennessee whiskey is not rye though. That's because rye whiskey in Tennessee, like to me, rye whiskey is like if you get if you have like Crown Royal Northern Harvest rye, like it's 85% rye whiskey, I think. It's straight rye, like straight. It has to be straight rye for me to be considered rye whiskey, and that is most Canadian whiskeys actually. And obviously have a few American whiskeys that are rye as well, but you know what I mean. But that's the thing with American and Canadian whiskeys; it's really hard to define because you also have Canadian corn whiskeys that are kind of like bourbons, basically the same thing. And you also have Canadian single malts that taste like Scotch. So it's not as strict as in Scotland, where Scotch is, Scotch is Scotch.
Okay, let's see.
But
Yay!
damn.
Yeah, boy. Okay, time to pop the hood back in.
Jack Daniels is, no offense, but Jack Daniels is pretty disgusting, man. That's like
No.
it's like, to quote my dad, who's he's like a whiskey,
Connoisseur.
he's like a whiskey whisperer. Like he's a hardcore whiskey fan. Like he goes to freaking Scotland just to visit distilleries and shit. He always calls like whiskeys like from certain brands like Jack Daniels or Canadian Club or Jim Beam. He says it's whiskey for under the bridge, and he's not really wrong, to be honest. It's not the best whiskey, I would say. It's good for mixing though. I like Crown Royal, but not the regular one, like the Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye, Crown Royal Extra Rare XR. I like Glenfiddich. I don't know. Irish whiskeys. Like I said, I love Irish whiskey actually. Tullamore Dew is pretty good. Tullamore Dew is
Oh,
probably
Tony Drew's amazing.
yeah, that's probably the best cheap whiskey, like the best $20 whiskey you can get, in my opinion. Tullamore Dew, so good. That's fine, bro. It's cool. I like dig Canadian Club Classic, and I know that Canadian Club is also one of the more mainstream brands and shit, but I still dig it. And I actually like Jim Beam Apple. But you just said a while ago, you said Jack Daniel's old number 8. Let me just check.
Get it off, mother Jesus. Ah.
What happened, bro? What happened?
Positive pole touched the negative and we had a breach. God damn it. See, this is why I hate working in close quarters sometimes, but nothing's damaged, but I'm gonna have to change the battery in this one. Damn. No, actually I have to
What happened, bro? I wasn't.
just the battery positive and negative touched and caused it to short a bit, but it's nothing that I can't fix. It's just gonna take me some time tomorrow because I'm gonna have to rewire some stuff and damn it.
But you didn't hurt yourself or anything.
No, it's just I was this close to finishing it, dude.
Damn. Sucks, man. Shit.
But yeah, I'm fine.
That's not cool. Yeah, I was looking at the screen, but then you scared me, man. Shit. Yeah,
It's
just take a
gonna take
break, bro.
so
Just take a break, man. Talk to the chat. By the way, Dark Ruby, yeah, Conor McGregor's whiskey. I was actually surprised. It's not bad. It's not. I wouldn't say fantastic. I wouldn't use those words, but it's definitely not bad. It's not what I expected. It's better than Jameson, in my opinion. And that's what he wanted, right? He said he wants to beat Jameson to be like the #1 Irish whiskey. So, yeah. Bro, I should really take a break, man, and just talk to the chat, bro.
yeah.
We don't want you to get hurt here.
It's okay. It's something that I can't fix. It's just a small, unfortunate instance.
Proper 12.
Yeah, my wires are okay. They're
Yeah,
okay.
you can work for
This happened to me before. This happened to me before. It's just it sucks, and I yeah, I kind of scorched my finger there. But, okay, I guess that's gonna be pickle.
what?
No, actually, it's quite easy.
What's the lull in reference to, Michelle? Sorry. It's weird with the chat sometimes because you guys, it's delayed obviously a little bit, so sometimes I don't really know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I was scared too because I wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden I hear this sound. And I'm like, "What?" And then I click on the screen, and it was gone. Well, bro, the Japanese make good whiskey, actually. So you never know, man. You could have some good Indian whiskey.
Yeah, I know what I need to fix. It's nothing. It's not a big problem. But I'm exhausted. Damn. Look, the thing is, it's successful. The LEDs work. The speaker works just fine. I'm just gonna need to rewire this whole thing again tomorrow at my leisure. But the point here was to make it change colors, which it does, and the speaker works, which is satisfying. So I'm gonna have to. Damn, I'm gonna turn my soldering iron off for now.
Awesome. By the way, guys, this year, I think it's the one. Yeah, it's Crown Royal. Oops. Northern Harvest Rye. That's really good. It's really, really good whiskey. It's what is it? 90%. Yeah, it's 90% rye whiskey. That's one of the. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. But it's not too cheap, I think. Well, I got it for fairly cheap, actually. I got it for like $40 or something. But I've also seen it for like 80, $90 on Amazon. So it really depends. But it's really good whiskey. It was voted as best whiskey of the year, I think 2016 or 17.
Phew. Guys, this is nothing I can't fix. We're lucky. Oh, this purple. I have to sever this bond too.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's so weird that like the delay is kind of crazy because I see you guys comment on stuff that we talked about like a minute ago. It's crazy.
I'm going to take a break. At least I know what's going on here.
Yeah, take a break, bro.
Well, I need to see something. The battery does not look damaged. But I will cover one of its poles.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, man. I'm also getting tired.
Yeah.
Crazy. My eyes are hurting.
Look, guys, I'm gonna finish this up on my own time, and tomorrow I'm gonna start making videos when I'm gonna be building this one from scratch. We're gonna be putting all of the components inside. So, guys, thank you for hanging out with me and Revan. It means the world to us. Um,
Definitely does, guys.
yeah, I'm just gonna finish up here, and when I'm done, we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna log in again sometime, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna finish up here. I'm gonna be in private with a few people, and we'll talk next time. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Damn, I'm exhausted. It's just a little. The problem is that with these soundboards, the positive and the negative are too close together, and like one, all it needs is just a little touch, and you have a fucking short. But the
Mhm.
battery is not overheated. It's not fucked up. It looks to be okay. So I'm just gonna have to trim it and fix it. See you guys. Look, this build was a success. It's just the problem is that I just need a little more time, and we do not have that time. It's gonna take us at least another 2 hours to fix this. So if anyone wants to continue hanging out with me, you can DM me on Twitter and stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Random Revan in Qatar talking about lineages and heritage and shit. That's all we do. And
It is.
occasionally Star Wars. So thank you guys all for coming. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully my hair will look more acceptable and it will not look like a rabid animal next time.
And by the way, guys, just letting you know, I might, maybe, I'm not promising anything, but I might do a really short stream in a bit, half an hour or something, because I want to react to a video, and I don't feel like doing it tomorrow, so I might do it tonight, but I'm not sure because my eyes are hurting, so we'll see. But just so you guys know, I'm gonna obviously tweet it, post it on Twitter, but we'll see.
Okay, so I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye.